Well, hey guys, it's Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man, and I am here. I was going to be doing Million Reasons because that's been so highly requested. But what I was going to do is the official video and the live from Royal something because that was the most requested one. But when I was looking to see if she directed this video, I saw that it's actually a follow-up video to Perfect Illusion. So I decided to do Perfect Illusion first. So I'm just going to do the official video for that, and then we'll go from there. Because if I had watched Million Reasons, then anybody, a lot of Gaga fans would have been saying, you should have watched Perfect Illusion first because it's, it leads one into the other. So I am trying to accommodate you all, as well as hear yet another Gaga song, which is never a bad thing. So we're going to get into it fairly quickly. I do want to say one thing real quick. I do want to address the fact of people who bring up, me talking about how she looks or things like that, or, the dancers or all of those things. And I get this on a lot of my videos, but I want everybody to keep in mind that everybody is a sum of all their parts, I am not just how I look, I'm how I think, how I express myself and all that, but I am also what I look like. And Lady Gaga is the same, just like everybody else. The day I do nothing but talk about, oh, she looks this way or she looks that way, but I don't address her talent and talk about the work she puts in for dance moves and doing all of that, then you can get on me about saying stuff about how she looks. But otherwise, it's all part of the package that she's putting out there herself, and she is curating the look that she wants to have for different videos. So as long as I'm a red-blooded male or a red-blooded female, for ones who are into that, I'm going to comment on it because it's part of what I see. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. We will hope it's good. I have no clue about this song whatsoever. Genre, anything, what album it's off of. I didn't look into anything. I just saw that it needed to be watched first, so I thought, okay, I'll jump in blind. Alrighty. Oh, love me a good pair of cut-off shorts. I know I'm stopping soon, but I want to read through the lyrics a little bit because I love the music so far. Love the drive of it and the way she's using her voice. So I really want to appreciate the lyrics and all that too. All right. Of course, I won't make you all read everything with me. Okay. It's so hard to catch the gist of some songs while you're listening to it and watching and all that, and really get all the lyrics, beyond being able to see them. So let's get back into it. I really love this mix. And that whole kind of thrown together sexy look is nice. Who hasn't been there? You know what I love about this mix is her voice isn't all that processed or anything. It's very, very not dry in the sense of not a lot of reverb and things like that. But I mean, it's very it's just very unprocessed and straightforward, and fits in with the music and drives it so well. And I love the whole look of this video of being just rocker chick, you know. Because let's face it, rocker chicks are just sexy, and again, just throw together a look and it's all good. But this is really cool. I like this song, and I like the message of it, of, you know, when you're crushing hard on somebody and you're going off the feeling of it rather than the intellect of it. You can sometimes mistake the infatuation for love when it's all just a perfect illusion. And once you come to realize that, sometimes, you know, it's a hard letdown, and sometimes you're like, well, what the hell? I let myself be deluded into this. Great mix. Yeah. Oh, so glad that this video came up. Oh, wait. You know me, I love beautiful mixed things. Listen in the background for the toms going dum dum. They add such a nice little flavor in there, and I love the whole change up of the tone, and then moving into the club. But listen to the drums in the background. They're such a tasty little thing. Really cool. Ooh, key change. I love that snare coming in. That was really nice. Let me look at the lyrics again. I want to catch up to where I'm at, because really liking I love the feel of this song. I would throw this in a mix in a heartbeat. It's funny that Dilated, Fallen Free in a Modern Ecstasy, I think she's saying that she was so caught up in the feeling of it that it's like when you're on ecstasy and everything is, you know, oh, I want to touch this, I want to touch that, I want to be, you know, you're just very free and very attracted to things. Let's get back to the song, because the rest of the song really is more of just saying, you know, that part of the illusion is feeling like he was watching her the whole time, I think. Not that he actually is watching her as much, but in her perfect illusion, he is. Really, really love the music in this. And then the little key change. Who doesn't like a good key change at the right time? And I love that climb up on the note. Hear that keyboard in the background? Just a held note can do so much work. Woo! Nice hip movement. Ooh, love that. What a nice pause. And the other thing I want to point out is she was dancing with the band there and everything. And I think it's given that feeling that maybe the person she was thinking was, looking at her while she was crushing on him was maybe one of the band members, of the band she was watching. But then also, she is the one that's on stage with somebody probably looking at her, thinking the same thing of like, ooh, she looked at me, and thinking there's something going on that there's not. And of course, I'm not going to delve deeper into it than that, to whether it's talking about media and all these other things, because it may be. I'll do that in the comments. But for now, I'm just enjoying the song, enjoying the drive, loving her spinning the mic, a little Roger Daltrey action there. Roger Daltrey, yeah. I had to think for a second, because then I was thinking, wait, I'm not mixing that up with Daughtry, am I? But no, it's Roger Daltrey. She's incredibly sexy in this one to me, with just being normal dress, just looking like a rocker chick. And the movement is great and free. I like that. Ooh, nice. Love the grit. Huh. Wow. I gotta say, I'm happy, because I don't remember anybody asking for Perfect Illusion, and maybe someone sporadically here and there. But I am so glad that it was the lead in to Million Reasons, because I might not have gotten to this for a long time, and I love this song. I like how it just was what it was. It was just a driving, great, it was a beat, but it was rock. It was just a really good song, and I loved her performance in it, of just that freedom and like a whirling dervish, caught up in the moment, and just going, and at the end she's out of it because of realization, and then she's just out in the middle of a desert. but really, really great. Wow, what's not to like, right? So anyway, I guess I'll be moving on to Million Reasons now, and I'll get to that in just a couple of minutes, but you all might not see it for a couple days. I'm trying to get out a bunch. I've got so many to edit now because I've shot a bunch, trying to get to where I can put out a couple a day for the next few days. All right, so I will see you next time, guys. Have a great day, great night, great life. Bye.